everybody, this is Angela from We Are Family Homeschoolers. This is my daughter Josephina. She's 6 years old and today we're going to talk about her homeschool curriculum for first grade. Say hi.
Hi. Look at all these books.
So we've got some answers in Genesis and some master books and a big stack of Usborne. We've got a lot of fun school journals which we're trying out this year. And we've got some beautiful feet, early American history, and some Christian Light learning to read, and some more Usborne books. Okay, let's start with the Learning to Read program. We've tried a few other programs for fun during the kindergarten years, but we decided we just wanted to get reading done, and we have some experience with this program, and it just does the job. So this is the third book. There are 10 light units, and it breaks down the new sound for you, and you're going to learn a rhyme that goes with it. And there's going to be a story. There's handwriting. There's dot mazes. Here's a phonetic page where the teacher says the word and they write down the sound that they hear. And you've got your star words, or the sight words. Everything else they sound out. And then you have these puzzles. Match the two that are the same. Sometimes it's cross out the one that doesn't belong. They get reading very quickly. There's a bunch of cute little readers that go with this program. So our goal is to get through the first 5 light units this year. There's no rush for us. By the time you're done with all 10, you're close to a 3rd grade reading level. This is the teacher's book. There is another teacher's book for the second half of light units. And there are some word flashcards and some phrase flashcards, which just help them with reading fluency. Also for language arts, we have this Usborne Wipe Clean marker book. And these are first words. And this is just something fun for her to do on a day when maybe I'm busy or not feeling good. She can go ahead and trace these words and we can talk about them. Also, a little fun school journal she has is 100 words to read, write, spell, and draw. She's already started on this book. Starts with a poem, and you read it with them until they memorize it. Then they can color, and then they color in the words that they're learning to read and spell. And then they draw in the creature's habitat and food. And then they fill in the words they're learning to read and spell and draw the missing part of the creature. And then it moves on to a new poem and a new set of words. Okay, moving on to math time. We've been using Math Lessons for Living Education by Angela Odell, put out by Master Books. This is a very gentle Charlotte Mason type math. There's lots of stories in here, lots of science concepts. There's copy work. Every time you see a gray box, they're getting out their manipulatives and showing you what the concepts are. So this is a very cute book. They're short lessons. Lessons are typically 1 page. So she's about a quarter way into this book, so she'll finish this book this year. Yeah. Okay, moving on. This year we're starting with a core journal for fun school, and we'll do this a couple days a week. And she chose princesses and ballerinas.
I did that.
There's lots of coloring in here.
I did that.
And what she needs to do is draw or write about the things that she wants to learn about. And then we go get books on those topics. And we fill in the books. And she has trace and color the princesses. And she has some logic games here to do. She can make a to-do list and write her day and color in the emoji of how she's feeling. I know, we'll have to go back and do that. Here I read her a book of her choosing, and then she told me what she learned, and I wrote that down for her, and she illustrated. Here she went outside and found a dandelion for nature studies.
Jesus.
This is spelling time, some coloring. Here's movie time. So here we put something on YouTube that has to do with her interest.
The octopus and I forgot what this was.
she watched a Magic School Bus, Coral Reef, and she drew a few things that she thought was interesting. And here's math time. You can watch a little show on YouTube, and then you illustrate what you learned. This she did Khan Academy.
It was I didn't even finish coloring.
Yep, and then it repeats itself.
Go back.
More princesses.
There's
More book
there's
times.
another one of these.
Oh, yeah? More drawing time. This is copy work. So she picked the book, The Very Busy Spider, and she tried to copy out a sentence from that book. And then she drew a spider in a spider web. So that's how these journals work. And this is her favorite part of the school day.
And then I did this. This is really
Here
my
we
favorite
put in
book.
a history story of Leaf the Lucky. And we glued in a picture and wrote about what she learned.
This is my favorite book.
Yep, this is her favorite school book.
I'm doing it every day.
And this is the day she saw a rainbow outside. All right, moving on. Also for language arts and a fun schooling journal.
This one,
It's called Fun Schooling with Imagination, the Storytelling Book. Now, you just pick a picture.
Pick a picture.
And you start telling the story of what you think's happening.
Okay, let me find my favorite pictures.
And mom can start the story, and the child can finish it, or the child can do the story all on her own.
Once upon a time, there's a bunny. He lived in a house full of so many toys, and the Mr. Fox got invited over, and Mr. Fox and Mr. Rabbit were talking, and Little Rabbit and Little Fox were playing with Legos, reading books, playing with bucket Legos and an abacus, and they're making some yummy pumpkin food.
So imagination and storytelling comes before writing. So that's going to be a good skill to work on.
Can I show them
The last book we have for language arts here is Classical Poetry Collection, Level A.
It's my favorite.
This also works on spelling. These are the poems they're going to learn, and you color them in when you learn them. These are the spelling words they're going to learn. So the first poem is The Little Bird, and we say it until we have it memorized. And then she colors in the words she's going to spell, and then she illustrates the words she's learning to spell and read. Colors then the spelling words again, more illustrations.
A bird with an arrow on his back.
And here she gets to illustrate her 3 favorite words. And then it moves on to the next poem. So this one is fun. She does this one with an older sister. For history, we're working on early American history with beautiful feet. And we're going to be doing Pocahontas and Jamestown and the Pilgrims of Plymouth. And I have another one, the Stories of the Pilgrims, which I have to find, and Squanto. So that'll be our focus this year, and we'll do coloring pages. She'll probably put them in her journal. For social studies, we have Usborne, Lift the Flap questions and answers about plastic. And then we have the here and there. Learn about people here and there and everywhere. And this talks about people all around the world, how they travel, how they eat, go grocery shopping, how they go to school, their different celebrations, their different climates. So those will be our social studies. For science, on our days when we feel like it, we're going to be working with God's Design Life for Beginners by Master Books.
And I'm right now
They're
working.
simple, short lessons, and they do have some experiments.
Yeah, a lot of coloring pages. A lot.
So this is plants and animals and the human body for beginners.
Mom, I want a bunny and a cat.
Now to go with the fun schooling journals, when she has book time, we have these Usborne science books on seasons,
This one's my favorite.
caterpillars,
book.
butterflies,
Favorite.
dangerous animals, bugs,
Puppies.
dogs,
Lambs.
farm animals,
After paste that I just got
solar
from the mail.
system,
Whatever that is.
woodland creatures,
Flowers. I love
how
roses.
flowers grow,
There's one time.
and the weather. And
one
we
time-
do have a horses and ponies book, and that one is also missing. To go along with our history and art time, we have Draw Right Now. And this one is Native Americans, North America, and the Pilgrims. So this will go along with our Indians and Pilgrims study.
I didn't know we had that.
Yeah, so she can use these drawings right in her fun schooling journal.
I love
We also have one on farm animals, just so she can have a little instruction.
I just wish I can color in that.
Okay, now the last is Bible. We've been working on more than words.
It has like little kids.
So I'll show you how this works. It starts off with a story.
And then you turn the page.
And this one is this a hymn study?
Mm.
Yep. And sometimes it's poetry. Oh, this one is the Lord's Prayer. And then there's some copywork on the next day.
And then, if you keep on going, there's a prize.
This one is the hymn study. This one is a character trait, and they make flashcards and work with synonyms and antonyms.
And this is where you get to color in little kids. The more you move on, the more you move on.
So this is a coloring page, and they have to explain to me how this kid is being adaptable.
Okay, we just move on.
And over here, they have to draw a picture of how to pray. And over here, they write about their core truth that they learned for the week. And then it repeats. And it's journal time. And a new concept. God's Word is powerful. And a new verse to learn. And this one is a poem. And then a new character trait.
And then you get to do this.
And more picture and drawing time. Now, on days when we're not doing that, we're going to work with these. A is for Adam, N is for Noah, and D is for Dinosaur Books. These are really cute, and we don't really do these on schedule, but it's just one page of reading and asking some questions. They color a picture and do a little rhyme.
Show them this.
So it's short and sweet Bible.
Show them this.
Jojo wants to show you this.
Look at that.
Yeah, electric skies. Cool. So this is our plan for first grade, and we're just going to kind of go with the flow and see where it takes us. We're going to try to do a lot of
Look at that huge tornado.
delight-led learning other than the reading and the math. So we'll see how far we get this year. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe.
Bye.